The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for the next 3 weeks, December 15th to January 2nd, reveal that Brooke Logan Forrester will get blindsided while a betrayed Ridge Forrester deals with some outrage. There'll be some dueling designs soon, so here's what B&B viewers can expect. The week of December 15th and 19 will bring Katie Logan's new fashion house, since Bill Spencer will give her one after they get hitched. Bill will give total control to Katie, so she'll look forward to tackling a fresh challenge. Speaking of challenges, plenty of those are on the way at Forrester Creations. After Thomas Forrester resurfaces, he'll apparently want to make some magic on Hope Logan Spencer's line again. Hope won't be so sure that's a good idea, but Steffi Forrester Finnegan will act like Hope's letting personal issues get in the way of what's best professionally. Hope will fight for Deke Sharp to stick around since he's got great suggestions, but Steffi won't think there's room for his vision anymore. However, Katie's fashion house announcement could be a game-changer. You can bet the news will get Eric Forrester's attention, so he may ditch retirement to help Katie build the brand. This could offer a path forward for Deke in the fashion industry too. Hope might even be tempted to join Aunt Katie after this Thomas-related bump in the road. During the week of December 22 to 26, viewers will see some Christmas cheer, but it may not last long. This story of dueling designs will bring some great drama, but that means it'll bring conflict too. Some fierce competition is ahead since Forrester Creations will face off with whatever Katie's new fashion house ends up being called. Brooke will no doubt be blindsided over Katie's new venture, especially when she starts stealing Forrester talent. Ridge will feel betrayed once Eric goes to work for their new rival, so that'll bring another source of friction between them. The week of December 29th, January 2nd could bring some New Year's Eve celebrations and some fresh resolutions. Katie may vow to make a name for herself in the fashion world, but the Forresters will fight hard to stay on top. Of course, we can't forget about Sheila Sharp in the midst of all this. Sheila may make it her mission to keep her marriage intact in the new year, but Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes' growing bond should remain a problem. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers say the next 3 weeks will deliver some jaw-dropping scenes and some new beginnings, so stay tuned for updates on all the fun. After divorcing over 2 years ago, Hope and Liam finally found their way back to one another, and on Thursday's all-new episode, the couple made things official. In a ceremony overseen by their young daughter Beth, Hope and Liam exchanged deeply poignant vows, and while surrounded by their family and friends, were pronounced husband and wife again. The emotion bled through the screen, earning both actors the honors of Soap Central's Performers of the Week. In the wise words of Grammy Award-winning pop star Taylor Swift, "It's been a long time coming." Hope and Liam's reunion was long overdue. Seeing the pair exchange vows in front of their loved ones felt like the culmination of a love story that had been derailed by various reasons that have since been corrected. Both actors elevated the role with enough emotion and intelligence that it made sense for the characters to reunite. Hope and Liam's newfound chemistry was far more mature than the previous iterations in their relationship. Noelle and Clifton showcased vulnerability without overselling it to the audience. From the nervousness before the wedding to the emotional nature of the vows, or even the warm vibes at the reception, it felt real and honest, and that's something viewers can appreciate. Both performers celebrated their individual characters' journey back to the altar in a way that felt like we're choosing this for our future. And there's something so empowering in that. Although a large emphasis on the nuptials was placed on putting their family back together, the love was still there. Hope and Liam's restraint through the episodes was compelling and impactful. Now that Hope and Liam are married, they're likely thinking that the rest of their lives will be smooth sailing. However, given that they exist within the bubble of a soap opera, their marriage will be tested many times, and the ultimate test is coming this week. Thomas Forrester is returning to his family company, and his presence will undoubtedly create tension for the newlyweds. Their previous marriage crumbled because of the close connection between Hope and Thomas. Liam was a staunch opponent of them working closely together, and it looks like that's exactly what's in store for the face of Hope for the future. Despite Deke being the current designer on the line, Thomas's return is set to shake things up, potentially putting immense pressure on Hope and Liam's fledgling union. Steffi and Ridge will likely advocate for Thomas to rejoin the line, jeopardizing Deke's position within the company. With Katie potentially defecting from Forrester, it's possible that Liam will take a cue from his father and offer Hope a spot at Spencer, more specifically, Katie's new fashion house. There's so much contention at Forrester at the moment, mixed with Bill Spencer's vitriol toward Ridge, so a fashion face-off may be on the horizon, putting families against each other. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers update for Monday, December 15th, reveals that Eric Forrester will drown his sorrows, while Bill Spencer has a secret that'll change everything. At Forrester Creations, Eric will sit at his old desk and contemplate where he's at in his life. We'll see Eric throw back some booze as he tries to process retirement and the idea of stepping away from the company he loves. Ridge Forrester now sees that he botched this whole situation and even went as far as pushing Eric to stay. However, Eric probably feels like it's coming from a place of pity, and that's something he never wants to see in anyone's eyes. Although Eric rejected Ridge's latest attempt to partner up, that doesn't mean he's okay with retiring deep down. Eric is willing to try it, but he still feels a deep desire to work and give the fashion world all he has to offer. While Eric drinks and broods, B&B spoilers say Katie Logan will continue to reel over Bill's marriage proposal at the Spencer mansion. Bill wants to remarry Katie immediately, so they may end up sharing an anniversary with Liam Spencer and Hope Logan in the years to come. It looks like Katie and Bill will make this their wedding night too, which will lead to Bill's next shocker. It turns out Bill's been keeping a secret from Katie, so she's about to get her socks knocked off. Bill will admit he's made all the arrangements and that Katie now has a new fashion house that's all her own. This is Katie's chance to run the show and never have to answer to Ridge, Brooke Logan Forrester, or anyone else ever again. Katie will plant a kiss of gratitude on Bill soon, so she'll obviously be thrilled over the news. It may not be long until Eric and others from Forrester Creations jump over to the competition. Until then, Liam and Hope should cap off their own wedding night with some private moments. Hope and Liam are finally a married couple again, so they may have a sweet and sizzling celebration behind closed doors. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Liam and Hope will count on making their relationship last this time around, so stay tuned for updates on whether they actually will. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers update for the week of December 15th, 19, reveals that Hope Logan Spencer will get some bad news that'll lead to Deke Sharp's devastation. Eric Forrester will also see the potential for a fresh start in fashion, so there'll be a lot happening on the CBS soap. After Katie Logan gets swept up Bill Spencer's magical ASAP wedding plans, he'll surprise her with a fashion house as a present. It'll be a great way to kick off their next chapter together and will finally convince Katie to leave Forrester behind. Katie will have a lot of work to do, including finding designers and plenty of other staff members. Meanwhile, Thomas Forrester will want to get back into the Forrester fold, but Hope won't be too happy about that. Steffi Forrester Finnegan will be all for Thomas's comeback and won't care about Hope's discomfort. Business is business, so Steffi will have no problem cutting Deke from the team to make room for Thomas. Hope may give Deke updates and leave him devastated to learn he won't be contributing. Katie may see a good opportunity to snatch Deke up and put his design talents to good use. Hope might quit Forrester in solidarity with Deke, so that's something to mull over. Of course, Eric will surely become part of Katie's new fashion house as well. Katie may assure Eric that he'll be appreciated and will get the respect he deserves. B&B spoilers suggest Eric may come out of his very brief retirement and use his newest designs to build a gorgeous couture collection for Katie. Since Ridge is having some second thoughts about trying to force Eric out, he may think his dad should come back so they can have 3 generations of Forresters working together. Ridge might like the idea of creating with both Thomas and Eric, but he'll probably feel betrayed when he finds out Eric's likely going to work for the Spencers. As for Hope and Liam Spencer, they may make time to savor their newlywed status with some passion and some talk of their honeymoon plans. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say the week of December 15th and 19 will bring some exciting new developments all around, so stay tuned. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Hope Logan Spencer will object to Thomas Forrester's return to her fashion line, but Steffi Forrester Finnegan will insist it's happening. The week of December 15th and 19th will bring Thomas's Los Angeles homecoming and a renewed desire to keep making a name for himself in the family business. Thomas will have his fire back and will be ready to hit the ground running for Hope for the Future's relaunch. Of course, Hope wasn't anticipating Thomas's inclusion when her line was brought back. That's why Hope's been busy building another team entirely, one that includes Deke Sharp and his new vision for Hope for the Future. There'll be some awkwardness when Hope gets updates on Thomas's comeback, so B&B spoilers say she'll end up clashing with Steffi about it. Hope may wonder if Thomas is really the right fit for her line at this point, but Steffi might argue that Hope for the Future was at its best with Thomas as lead designer. Steffi may contend that Thomas will give the line a better chance of succeeding and suggest that's something they should all want for Forrester Creations. Even so, Hope won't be thrilled about working with her former flame, especially considering Thomas's previous obsession with her and all the baggage this arrangement brings to the table. Hope would rather steer clear of that and keep looking to the future instead of looking back. However, Steffi will warn that being uncomfortable around Thomas isn't something that should be influencing Hope's business decisions. Naturally, Thomas's return will shake up the whole team and make it so Deke's fresh designs may get scrapped. Hope will fight for Deke to stay on the team, but Steffi will act like there just isn't room for him now that Thomas is back in the picture. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Hope and Steffi have plenty of conflict on the way, so stay tuned for Deke's reaction to this bad news. In the Bold and the Beautiful preview, Bill gifts Katie a fashion house, which could tear apart the Logans and the Forresters. Katie could end up with her own fashion house, which could change everything on the Bold and the Beautiful. Meanwhile, everyone is clamoring for their desired position, which suggests an all-out fashion war is underway. Bill has no idea what trouble he's causing. He has more than one surprise in store for Katie. The billionaire is determined to win her heart back and woo her while he's at it. Following Liam and Hope's wedding, Bill gets swept away by the romance. He surprises Katie with an impromptu proposal in marriage. He wants to get married as soon as possible. But wait, there's more! Bill's like a walking infomercial because he has another surprise in store for Katie. He shows her a presentation of a fashion house and explains that it's his gift to her. Katie is moved by Bill's thoughtful gift and gives him a passionate kiss. Now that Katie has her own fashion house, it's sure to disrupt Forrester Creations. Eric just retired, which means everyone's clamoring for their positions. Plus, Thomas wants to return to his design career after realizing he needs to be at his family's company. Katie could make the leap since she has felt undervalued and underappreciated in her PR position. She will likely use Bill's gift as an opportunity to get a fresh start, and she might encourage their son Will to work with them, but he just got promoted at Forrester Creations not too long ago. Also, he enjoys working with his girlfriend, Electra. This could put him in a difficult spot. Hope might want to jump ship after finding out that Thomas is back. They were romantically involved, but she rejected his proposal. Now, she's returned to Liam. Working with Thomas could reawaken old feelings. In the B&B weekly preview, Steffi says that Thomas should be the design lead on Hope for the Future. However, Hope already has Deke working on the line. Their argument could lead her to leave for Katie's new fashion house, with her brother right behind her. Egos will likely clash as tensions continue to run high, suggesting that a shakeup is on the horizon for Forrester. On Tuesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila's odd behavior leaves Taylor and Deacon uneasy as they question what's really going on with her. Elsewhere, Brooke stuns Ridge by revealing that Hope and Liam weren't the only couple to tie the knot, while Katie marks a turning point in her renewed relationship with Bill by presenting him with a special gift. The Bold and the Beautiful's must-watch moments for Tuesday, December 16th, include Sheila acting strangely enough that Taylor and Deacon are worried. Brooke lets Ridge know that somebody else also got married. Plus, Katie gives Bill a special gift. Liam and Hope exchanged vows surrounded by their closest loved ones. Deacon was present to support his daughter on her big day, but Sheila was pointedly left off the guest list. Beth officiated the wedding and made it clear that Sheila wasn't welcome, a decision Hope and Liam fully supported. With that issue settled, the couple focused on celebrating their commitment as Douglas and Kelly shared in the special occasion. Of course, Sheila thought about crashing the wedding, but Taylor advised her not to. Sheila wanted to be friends, but Taylor reminded her that she was Deacon's therapist, which meant a friendship wasn't appropriate. Meanwhile, Bill and Katie took a step forward by moving back in together after the turmoil involving Will and Luna. The two found themselves reconnecting and easing back into their relationship. Bill surprised Katie with a proposal, and she accepted. A surprise proposal from Bill sends shockwaves through Los Angeles, while Brooke reels over Katie's news. As Thomas resurfaces at Forrester, old tensions ignite, and nothing stays calm for long. The Weekly, the Bold, and the Beautiful must-watch moments for December 15th, 19. Tease that reveal that Bill surprises Katie with a proposal. Plus, Brooke is in disbelief over her sister's news as Thomas makes his return to Forrester. Tune in to CBS or Paramount Plus next week to catch all the dramatic moments in Los Angeles. Monday, December 15th, 2:25. 9673. Finn expresses his love for Steffi with a passionate kiss. Bill surprises Katie with an impromptu proposal in marriage. Tuesday, December 16th, 2025, on 9674. Brooke tells Ridge that more than one couple got married today. Katie gives Bill a special gift. Taylor and Deacon worry about Sheila and her behavior. Wednesday, December 17th, 2025, 9675. Brooke asks Ridge the hard questions about Katie. Katie grapples with the monumental career decision in front of her. Thursday, December 18th, 2025, 9676. Thomas surprises Steffi by his return to Forrester Creations. Deke expresses concern for his future at Forrester to Hope. Katie reveals to Bill and Will what is holding her back. Romance is front and center in Los Angeles. Finn and Steffi can't deny their connection, while Bill makes a bold, unexpected move that could change everything for Katie. The Bold and the Beautiful's must-watch moments for Monday, December 15th include Finn and Steffi sharing a passionate kiss. Plus, Bill has a surprise proposal for Katie. It's going to be another big day filled with joy and love in Los Angeles. Liam and Hope tied the knot with their closest family by their side. Deacon proudly attended to support his daughter, but his wife, Sheila, was deliberately excluded from the celebration. Beth officiated the ceremony and made it clear that Sheila's presence wasn't welcome. With that decision settled, Hope and Liam kept the focus on their vows as Douglas and Kelly shared in the milestone moment. Bill and Katie moved back in together after all the drama with Will and Luna. They've been getting along and falling back into love with each other again. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that 3 brand new love triangles could shake things up if the show decides it's time for a romantic overhaul. Many fans would like to see some fresh storylines and pairings, so let's discuss B&B's current situation. In recent months, the show's been busy reuniting some important couples on canvas. Ridge Forrester chose Brooke Logan Forrester, Hope Logan Spencer just married Liam Spencer, and Bill Spencer is back together with Katie Logan too. Although it's great to see these couples reunited after too much time apart, it'd be nice to see some new romantic options as well. Now that all those major pairings are locked in, perhaps B&B could play around with some fresh love triangle possibilities. With that in mind, let's consider some potential romantic interlopers and the stories they could bring. 1. Will has competition for Elektra's heart. Now that Luna Nozawa is gone, Will Spencer and Elektra Forrester could use another source of drama. Elektra and Will are going to get stuck in the boring zone without someone else in the picture to make things interesting. Could someone else develop feelings for Elektra and catch her attention? Whether it's someone already on canvas like Zenda Forrester Dominguez or a brand new character, Will might have to deal with a little competition for Elektra's heart. 2. Ivy's crush poses threat to Carter and Daphne's future? Ivy Forrester was disappointed when she realized Liam was getting back together with Hope, but she put on a brave face and ultimately supported their reunion. Now Ivy deserves a new romantic direction of her own, so why not throw her in a love triangle with Carter Walton and Daphne Rose? After Daphne decides Carter is the man for her and that she's ready to trust what they're building, Ivy could develop a crush on Carter that presents a problem. 3. Deke's new man stirs up Remy's jealousy? Over with Deke Sharp. He might get interested in a new man, and leave Remy Price worried that his love is slipping away. Remy's jealous side could come out and take him back into unhinged territory, so that could offer a new story route and deliver some dramatic twists. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say some other exciting storylines will indeed kick off eventually, so stay tuned for updates on any big romantic news. This week's B&B preview hints at more drama within Forrester Creations, while a new fashion house could give it competition. The fashion world is about to be turned upside down on The Bold and the Beautiful. This week's video previews a design shakeup at Forrester Creations, while a rival fashion house is in development. Here's a sneak peek of what's ahead for December 15th to 19. Thomas is back in Los Angeles and ready for a fresh start. After reuniting with his family, Thomas is ready to refocus on his design career. During a gathering at Forrester Creations, Thomas takes everyone down to the showroom. Pointing to the Forrester sign, he declares, "That's where I need to be." Ridge is happy with Thomas' idea and would love nothing more than for his son to work with him. However, not everyone at FC will be pleased with Thomas's return. One person who'll be unhappy with Thomas returning to FC is his ex-girlfriend, Hope. Although Hope was in love with Thomas at one point, she's moved on and is now married to Liam. Having Thomas around is sure to make her uneasy and possibly bring up old feelings. When Steffi suggests putting Thomas on the Hope for the Future line, Hope rejects the idea. Hope already has Deke working on the line and doesn't need Thomas. When Hope reveals her decision to Steffi, it leads to an argument between the two women. Steffi says that Hope can't make business decisions because she's uncomfortable around Thomas. Hope says that Deke has fresh ideas and there's got to be room in the company for Deke. Steffi simply declares that there's not. Steffi and Hope's clash over Thomas isn't over. Hope will continue to fight for her brother, while Steffi does the same for hers. Last week, Bill proposed to Katie, and the couple didn't waste any time in tying the knot. Katie is overjoyed at being married to Bill again, and he can't resist spoiling her with gifts. However, his latest present takes his new bride by surprise. Bill shows Katie a presentation of a fashion runway and says the fashion house is his wedding gift to her. Katie is touched by Bill's present and rewards him with a passionate kiss. With Katie now having her own fashion house, she's going to give FC some competition. But the big question is, which employees will she steal from FC? Could Thomas or Deke be hired as head designer? Or maybe Zenda Hope, or another member of the Logan Forrester family jumps ship?